Like Zoinks! It's the Scooby-Doo and Guess Who review! That was a terrible Shaggy impression. But, 50 years since 1969, these meddling senior citizens now, I guess, and their dog who, 50 years, Scooby. How are you still kicking? But solving mysteries, rewriting history? No, that's something else. That's something else. But we have a brand new series, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. Wow. I mean, I love this show so far. We got 2 episodes. Want to talk a little bit about it. But it's different. It's different. It's a bit more of a. It's pretty tame compared to what we've gotten with these past 2 series. Mystery Incorporated, a lot darker theme, a bit more cynical, going for a more storytelling aspect. I mean, it was great. Don't get me wrong, but it was just it was a nice change of pace. I'll give it that. Be Cool Scooby-Doo, on the other hand. Well, one, it looked like hot trash. I mean, it was a more lighthearted take, which I guess we kind of needed after Mystery Inc., but not in this way. Not looking like this. I mean, it had some good jokes. It was okay. It was okay. But they made some very weird decisions, especially with Daphne's character. And like I said, I didn't like the art style, but overall, it was okay. It was okay. I'll live. We'll all live. I mean, we have this new series, this wonderful new series based on the new Scooby-Doo movies, where, you know, either a famous celebrity or a fictional character would cross over, team up with the gang to solve the mystery of the week. I mean, you had Batman, you had the Speed Buggy, Josie and the Pussycats, the Harlem Globetrotters, Laurel and Hardy, Cher. Yeah. But in the team-up aspect has been reused a couple times throughout Scooby-Doo history. I mean, you would have the WWE movies, Scooby-Doo meets Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I mean, I love that movie. And also the Scooby-Doo team-up books. Oh my goodness, the Scooby-Doo team-up books, the comics. So great. I mean, they'd cross over with Hanna-Barbera characters. Anybody from DC. And I mean anybody from DC. I mean, for crying out loud, they went back and met the Justice Society of America. Oh, I mean, those team-up books are great. I mean, where else are you going to see Scooby-Doo and the gang getting shot at by Lex Luthor's niece with an honest-to-God gun? Not one of those cartoon laser guns or, you know, special kryptonite gun. A gun. A straight-up police issue gun. And she hit Scooby. Luckily he survives. But they don't press charges. She doesn't go to jail. Lex Luthor's niece is just allowed to apparently shoot innocent talking dogs and meddling kids, and nobody will press charges. Oh, and of course, you know, there's that time they met Teen Titans. Go! Sorry. But anyway, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. We got 2 episodes so far, both pretty good. I'm gonna get into them. Let's see here. First, we have the gang teaming up with basketball legend Chris Paul. Never heard of him. This is one of the real life ones. This is kind of the downside of this whole gimmick is when they have the real life celebrities, and I don't know who some of these real life celebrities are since I don't really pay attention to that kind of thing, especially basketball. But this was a great episode. For some reason, it starts off with the gang. They look great. They go back to the 70s art style design. I mean, it's a little different, a little distinctively different. I mean, Daphne's eyes haunt me. And they're almost looking nice. But overall, it looks good. They go to this golf course because apparently Chris Paul is best friends with Shaggy. and it is the most touching friendship I have seen yet. Besides the bond between Shaggy and Scooby, I mean, but this is like a whole nother level. I love the friendship between Shaggy and Chris Paul, especially when we find out that Chris Paul saved Shaggy's life. It's a very touching moment, guys. Especially when they show it later. I mean, oh my goodness, Chris Paul, thank you. Thank you for saving Shaggy's life. That was scary, man. That was like totally scary, man. But he calls in this favor for Shaggy to come caddy with him. Because here we have a basketball player entering a golf tournament to save an art school so he can teach kids how to bowl. Just let that sink in for a moment. I mean, the sheer absurdity of it is hilarious. But I love golf. I love golfing episodes. I mean, there was that one episode of What's New, Scooby-Doo, where Shaggy was like this world-renowned mini golfer. So it's an established part of his background. Apparently, he's also a world-renowned caddy for real golf. So I love that they kind of keep golfing as part of Shaggy's background. It's just a swamp monster, not very interesting. The mystery itself isn't all that interesting in this episode. I mean, it isn't... The mystery itself isn't really interesting in either episode. It's more so the interactions with the guest stars and seeing all the Scooby-Dooby tropes play out, like, you know, the hallways, or in this case, like this underwater scene where they're going down these caves, just swimming around, because they bring back the scuba suits from one of the early episodes of Where Are You? I mean, it looks straight right out of that. And then of course you have the part where the gang splits up during the chase scene, and the monster of course goes after Shaggy, Scooby, and Chris Paul, and you know, they disguise themselves as art students, and that was a fun moment. That was a fun moment. Always love seeing that. That was one of the few good things I actually liked about Be Cool Scooby-Doo, was that was kind of like the recurring gag, that having that moment. Nice to see that back. But overall, pretty good episode. I don't have too much more to say about it. It was kind of funny when they're going down the suspects, and they're all like any kind of suspect that you would normally expect to be the villain in a Scooby-Doo cartoon, and the gangs are like, well, it's definitely him. And then you hear the next guy, oh, he's a land developer. It's definitely that guy. This guy owns the golf play, the land that the art school's on, and wants to get rid of it. I'm like, and they're like, it's definitely that guy, and all the gang are just going like, it's one of the best images ever. Oh, the pure stink eye of it. But who it ends up being, foreshadowed a little obvious, but that is really not what the episode is about. And like I said, all about these character interactions, seeing the gang play off of the guest stars. I like that. I just hope with a couple of these future guests that the mystery itself will be a bit more intriguing, like the Wonder Woman or the Batman episode. Like when they start bringing in Justice League members, please make the mystery almost as compelling and with some of that action, because that'll be really interesting. Next episode, we have a bit of a twist. The episode's going like they have like the classic Scooby-Doo opening. It's a full callback to Where Are You? A little bit short. The song's a little short. But I guess since it's on streaming services, they just want to get right to the point. But I mean, it's going like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You know you're 1 in a million. Oh wait, no, it's not Where Are You? It's Guess Who? Guess Who? Scooby-Doo and Guess Who? But that was pretty much the song right there. I mean, there's like another lyric to it, but it's short. It gets right to the point. But then they, they have the little flashlight showing the guest star, and they're like, Jinkies! It's Abraham Lincoln! And I'm just like, what? it's Abraham Lincoln's ghost. But that's not the real guest star here. I mean, the ghost of Abraham Lincoln shows up, and he does things, but he's not the real guest star of the show. The real star is the Funky Phantom Crew. If you didn't know, once Hanna-Barbera found success with the Scooby-Doo formula, they copied it over and over and over and over again. I mean, and one of these knockoffs was the Funky Phantom. Basically, like these three kids. This one that kind of looks like Shaggy with red hair. He's the smart one. They have this girl, and then the big buff guy, and their dog that doesn't talk. They drive around in a dune buggy, which feels like another one of the Scooby-Doo ripoffs. A little bit more on that later. And then in the middle of the storm, they go into this old house, mess around with this clock, put the hands to 12, and then this Revolutionary War era ghost and his cat just come out and they befriend him. I don't know why they ever called him the Funky Phantom, because he's, as he puts it, the spirit of 1776 even, at your service. And he talks like Snagglepuss. It's great. It's great. I think Tom Kenny does the voice here because, you know, the original actor's either gone or... But Velma is completely skeptical the entire time that Mudsey, he's like Jonathan Muddlemore or something, but they call him Mudsey, is even a real ghost. She's just like picking up his head and he's going poof. She's like, huh? How are you doing this? The holograms, ah!
Hold on, it could be ghosts, don't you know?
Why are you even talking? You're not even real. You're just some kind of special effect we haven't figured out yet.
I'm insulted, I think. Outsalted, oversalted even.
What do you mean no such thing as ghosts?
Good old Velma. Good old skeptical Velma. Ignoring the supernatural right to your face. You know, like a certain honor special. But the gang's called in to like do this mystery with these Civil War ghosts, zombie ghosts. I don't get it. But then they run into the Funky Phantom Crew, and they kind of get off to the wrong foot. That's the part I don't really like about this episode. Is like the Fred, Daphne, Velma, and the other three kids. They're not really getting along. They're just arguing the whole time. It's mostly Skip. He's being a butt in this episode. I'm just like, wow. I don't remember you being this self-centered, this snarky. I don't remember that at all. And you know, Scooby, Shaggy, and the Funky Phantom just kind of watching this all happen, and you know, Scooby and Shaggy are afraid of him because he's a ghost. It's just this whole rivalry to who can solve the mystery first. I didn't really like that. I mean, even Fred and the girls are being like, well, this is ridiculous. Why are we arguing? We should be working together on this mystery. But Skips and the others are just like, wait, who's the real mystery solvers here? Yeah, because we have a dog mascot and the Looney Dooney. I'm just like, oh, it's just painful to watch sometimes. But everything the Funky Phantom and Boo the Cat do, their interactions with Scooby and Shaggy, and Abraham Lincoln comes in. He's trying to get the two gangs to work together. I mean, that was all kind of cool, I guess, and especially the twist with Abraham Lincoln at the end. I mean, it was a nice touch. And and like I said, with these mysteries, the mystery itself, it's all about the character interaction. It's all about that. That is like the main focus. The mystery is secondary. I mean, the mystery is just an excuse to have these chase scenes and even more of this goofy comedy and action and stuff. I mean, it's just an excuse. The mystery itself, is kind of predictable, and They need to step up the mystery game. I feel but the character interactions are on point for the most part. Although in this episode, but let's see here. Oh yeah, Speed Buggy and the gang come in at the end. Speed Buggy's he's like this talking dune buggy, and they got another suspiciously similar looking guy that's his driver that looks exactly like Shaggy. Tinker, Debbie, and Mark. Those were their names. And then the Speed Buggy's just like, what did we miss? What did we miss? And Shaggy has the audacity to go, like, look, Scoob, a talking car. That's ridiculous. Like, they can't even, like, apparently talking dogs and ghosts and Revolutionary War ghosts and cats and stuff, yeah, that's okay, but a talking dune buggy, no, that's just dumb. I actually really like Speed Buggy, and back in the new Scooby movies, they did have a Speed Buggy episode, but there's no continuity between that series and this series, because it takes place within modern day. They don't touch on it too much, but you'll see them pull out like touchscreen phone. Instead of Velma having these books, she has like a tablet. They don't call too much attention to it. They don't try to overly modernize it, but it's definitely isn't taking place in the 70s. But overall, I like these episodes. I'm looking forward to more. For the first couple of episodes, seems like they're having like this pattern of a real-life celebrity, then a fictional character. Real-life celebrity, then a fictional character, all the way up until you get to like Urkel. And then it's just like a whole bunch of real-life celebrities up until Batman. But next two episodes, this lady named Sia, I don't know anything about her, but it says Mr. People's Pet Shop of Horrors or something. I hope this means Magilla Gorilla is in this episode, because that'd be amazing. I don't think so. I think the title of the episode is more about a reference to Little Shop of Horrors. But I'm looking forward to this episode. And then there's an episode with Sherlock Holmes. Although at first I thought, you know, that they might be going like back in time or something, because Scooby-Doo has done that before and it was ridiculous. But this seems like maybe just that Sherlock Holmes is just a guy. It's just he's just like a guy that thinks he's Holmes and has all the mannerisms and acts like him, because especially after the Abraham Lincoln episode here. Because, I mean, we ain't getting too crazy here. But really looking forward to seeing more of this series. If you guys liked hearing my thoughts on it, please leave a like, comment. Let me know if you want me to like review each episode as it goes along, or maybe do like 2 episodes at a time. Have this be like a kind of like a monthly series or something. But thank you all so much for watching, and like give me like that box of Scooby Snacks, man. I'm like so hungry. I do not do a good Shaggy impression, but thanks everyone. Bye.
Today,